We can run away, save our problems for another day. Yeah, I know in the end it'll be okay.
이어서 140m 좌회전입니다.
Yeah, I know it's gonna sting when things start crumbling. But you look at me for long enough, and I'll forget to run. Oh, if I'm gonna crash and burn in somebody's car, I hope it's yours. Driving me crazy, loving me, baby. That's the only way I wanna fall apart. If I'm gonna end up hurt in somebody's arms, I hope it's yours.
If the Mona Lisa canvas rose, I wouldn't care, 'cause I picture you. If the Tower of Pisa finally tipped, well then you know how hard I fell for you. If the world stopped turning tomorrow, if it all fell into the sea, I'd let it sink to the bottom, 'cause I only care about one thing, you know. None of it matters as much as you matter to me. Ooh, if the big still think about that empty field, just you and me and time to kill. First kiss, I didn't know would come. Realizing that my stupid jokes, both of us wishing we were old right then, 'cause we knew it was love. And everybody says take it slow, but I think it's true when you know you know. Yeah, we could be dancing all night, waking up for the sunrise, late 'cause we're losing track of time. Yeah, we're in young love, 'cause when I'm with you it feels like falling in love for the first time. It'll always be true. Knowing where it leads, but honey, that's just fine.
We can love forever or live in the moment, but we gotta own it. Baby, let's go in. We can leave whenever. Just hit the road, 'cause all we have is now. Take a breath, 'cause this is just the start of every single thing we dreamed of when we felt so pulled apart.
I scrolled down the Insta page, saw a picture that I didn't want to see. He had his hand around your waist and a smile on your face, like the way you look at me. It was only 8 months ago, he was holding your hand, slow dancing and kissing on the top of your head. And I don't know how to compete with that, 'cause you were friends since you were kids, and it still feels like we just only met. Yeah, I was so naive, thinking that you've only felt this way for me. You always tell me I'm the only one you wanna be with, so why can't I believe it? Yeah, old boyfriends kinda scare me, cause they all got a little bit of history with you. Even when you try to tell me, I got no real reason to worry. My mind starts to imagine things that never happened. I start to believe that you're still in love with some other has-been. Baby, I'm just asking, do you think I'm gonna be the last one?